All right, let's start at the beginning, shall we, Cancer? This is the Two of Cups. Now, cups are emotions. Cups, two is balance. So trying to find some balance within probably an interpersonal or love space is what I'm feeling, Cancer. Looks like releasing some energy and speaking some hard truths. This Two of Cups have come up in a number of readings this month. So it looks like people are really looking at their love space right now, which doesn't surprise me with the shift of planets that we have going on that are really looking and focusing on our relationship spaces, whether it's a heart space, interpersonal, communication type of space, but relationships of all types. So this is feeling more and more on the love part, Cancer. So for those of you that are within love relationships, it looks like there's a chat that needs to happen, that some expression, some balance needs to happen within this relationship. And for those of you that aren't in relationship, it looks like you're creating that. You're ready to create a much more balanced, loving, it looks like you're ready to experience that love space. But it is being focused on this month. So for those of you that are in relationship, speak those hard words, see if you can work out those resolutions. And for some of you, it's feeling, should I stay or should I go? So be honest with yourself, check in with your either spiritual mentors, your psychic mentors, but it looks like something needs to be spoken around this relationship space. And it does look like for the majority of you, it is a heart or relationship space, one-on-one. But it can be friendships that you just have a real heart connection at. So I don't want to limit it just to your love partner. So what crosses you is really looking at some changes that you've wanted to make, Cancer. But it looks like you're looking so hard that you're not moving. Don't get stuck in the thought process so much that you're not making those choices. But there's one solid choice right here, right in front of your face that you're really not looking at. So widen your scope of awareness a little bit. Move forward a little in these decisions. Maybe put them on the shelf for a minute until you get a little bit more clarity. But it looks like something you've been really contemplating super hard is not really moving. It's just kind of stagnant because you've limited yourself to these three things instead of opening up your world to other possibilities. And it feels like change is going to come kind of from out of nowhere. So don't be afraid if there's a new choice and an old choice. Don't be afraid to jump into the new choice. Try something new. Cancer. We know that you have been able to meet and master a lot of the issues that you've had over the course of your lifetime. But it looks like there is something new. Can't even be a job that is farther away than you had anticipated. But there is something new coming to you kind of out of the blue. And it will affect, it looks like most of your decision making that you had thought were done and over with. But it looks like it'll be a little kink in the armor for a minute. But it does look like the challenge will be good for you. So try something new. Something comes to you. At the same time, something old comes to you. Try the new road. Cancer. What is above you is the 9. So it looks like you've been working on making some changes in your life. Some that you have initiated, some that, the universe have initiated. But now it's time to really look at those changes. Don't ignore them. and take a look at what you can put your efforts into making those changes, what will work for you. And I'm feeling like just putting your hands in the dirt. I'm not sure I'm getting this flash of it's time to get your victory garden going, or do something in the earth to validate the movement and the newness of things. And, watching a seed grow kind of validates us that we are growing too. We are growing too. So prioritize some of your projects, put a little effort into them, and then stand back and watch them grow and see which one is more beneficial for you. But it does look like you have some movement happening in the future in the next couple of months. Now, for many of you, it may be physically moving to a new house, another state, or changing your house. That can be as small as painting or cleaning a closet. But there is some change coming in and a new process for you, and a new process, Cancer. Page of Cups. This feels more like messages than children. So it is in the past position. So you may have gotten a message or an email or something, either about a new job or a friend that has that's reconnecting with you. But it's something that brought you information. I think it's more on the job level, because the cups are here, the cups of abundance and the cups of emotion. So but I believe that you either had just received a message or you will be receiving a message. It could be as far back as in December. It could be a Christmas card or just checking in. But it looks like there is a message that came to you or is coming to you that will bring some clarity over the shift in energy, the shift in money that you're looking at, or the shift in job. The Ace of Pentacles, I call these the God cards. I love the aces. And the Pentacles are movement and money. So it looks like you are up in your havingness for money. So you may have been offered a new position. You may have been offered a new way of making money, or a class or something that has ignited you into making that change and doing something different, doing something either slightly different or 100% different. But there is an urge or a call from Spirit for you to take a step into newness, take a step into doing something different. And don't let your fear stand in the way of you flying. Just try it. And if it doesn't work, take a different avenue. But it looks like the avenues that you've been taking, either you have exhausted that road and you must take a different road and you must look at things differently, or you will make that conscious decision to do things differently. Just don't be afraid. Don't let fear stand in the way of you flying into this new adventure, either new job, new adventure, new house. But there is something, and Spirit has put you firmly on this path right here. Kind of dangled the spiritual carrot for a couple of months for you, Cancer. But now the shift is happening. The shift is happening, and most likely it will happen after January 31st, when the lunar eclipse comes. And we feel eclipses for 3 months, usually a little bit before, but up to 3 months in the future. 3 months in the future. So that change is happening. So you might as well make some decisions on it. Drive the bus so the bus doesn't drive over you, as a dear friend of mine likes to say. So what's coming up in the future is the Hangman. And this is absolutely a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful card. It means your perspective has changed. You are living the same life as you has always lived. You have made slight differences in behaviors, maybe a moral shift of some kind, but you're looking at your life a little differently. It is the same life that you've always had, but your perspective have shifted. So for many of you, it may be more trusting or faith-based. For others, it may be more science and fact-gathering space. But you have shifted your perception. You have shifted your perception. And the best analogy I can come up for it is if you're playing chess. And in the beginning of the game, you are the white man. And halfway through the game, you turn that chessboard to you are the black man now. It is the same game, but it looks completely different to you because your perception have changed. And that is the shift that you are incorporating right now. It's already begun, and it will be shown to you more and more and more in the future. So have faith in yourself and your abilities. Don't get in that I'm not enough space. Just keep that shift going. And it looks like the positive shift is happening. You have a lot of wands in here. So it looks like really looking at things in the past, either behaviors or situations, things that didn't work out for you. The Fool is lighting up here, things that didn't work out for you. So really taking a hard, honest look at, why am I holding on to this belief? It has not worked for me. Why am I holding on to this moral? It doesn't seem to be being to any advantage. So are these true? Are these in line with my growth and my spiritual freedom? So really, it's really time to take an honest look at your spiritual self and your driving forces. If you're not religious, that's fine. But really taking a look honestly at the things that have worked and have not worked. And it almost feels like a midlife crisis. I know, a number of you are not in that space, in the midlife crisis space, but it does feel like a huge shift, as if a midlife crisis. So there are some things that need to be changed. Spirit has been telling you to change them for quite a while, and now is the time to do it. It is already starting to happen. This is the 9. So you've got a couple of 9s here. You've got a couple of almost the end situations. One more piece of the puzzle to fill in. And this is the 9 of Wands. Wands is motion. Wands is thinking. Wands is, and this one is really looking at all the experiences that you have, all the skills you have, all the choices that you've made, and what ideology, what morals, what perceptions work for you. Keep those, but the things that really aren't your truth, that haven't worked for you, it's time to let them go. It's time to let it go and embrace the newness of things. This is the 7. And the 7, this kind of depicts like you're feeling a little backed into the corner around a certain situation. You're not being heard. So you may have to do a radical shift. If it is at work, it may mean completely making a different shift into a different career, a different job, a different boss, a different view. But you feel like you're backed in the corner around a situation, and someone or a group of people are really not hearing what you're saying. So time to make those changes. Don't be afraid to look foolish. Don't be afraid to take a leap of faith into change. Yes, your money will be affected, either positively or negatively. That always happens when change hits. But it really feels like if you stay on your path, you alleviate yourself some of the worries that really aren't yours, that your path is much stronger and the money will be there. The Ace of Pentacles in the present time is usually abundance. I mean, that's the highest you can go with Pentacles, and that is money. So don't be afraid to take a step into the future, take a leap of faith, try something new. I can't stress that enough, Cancer. If you have the choice of the old thing, you know it's going to work, but it's kind of boring and it doesn't propel you into any future endeavors. It doesn't really serve. Take the new road. Take that new road. So don't be afraid. The Magician is right here, and it is under the Fool. So time to come into your magic. The infinity sign is lighting up for me. So it looks like you're really taking a step into your karma. You are more firmly on your path now of making a difference for yourself. It does look like you've had to let go of some family members' problems, had to release, and that could be the Page of Pentacles too, if for you Cancers that have children that we've been overhealing or fixing things for. Sometimes you got to let them fall. And a cup is a water sign. That's Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I don't think it stands for you, Cancer, but it may stand for some of the younger folks or some of the people that you've been enabling. So it looks like you've stopped doing that, taken a step back from their issues that they seem to be repeating, and you seem to be cleaning up. And now it's time to be in your magic, and you need all of that energy, and you need all of your focus for your new creations and to step into your magic and to step into your power. But it looks like reconnecting with folks from the past, or just reconnecting with friends that you haven't seen in a while. And this is the jubilation card. This is the 4. There's movement, dancing, joyfulness, bliss. So you're kind of moving out of this work space where you've done for others for years and years, really letting go of the things that aren't yours, keeping the things that work for you, releasing the things that don't, as well as maybe some friendships and agreements that haven't worked for a while. Moving into your magic and really reconnecting with the people that help you find your smile, the unconditional love folks. You know, go seeing a movie, go play darts with your friends, go to the lake, go fishing. So it's time to step out of a lot of this overthinking stuff and put it into action, Cancer.